Cannabis showed me how to sit quiet. It also put my creation on fire. Transcending meditation. I learned about it through Justin Vernon. He played a benefit show for David Lynch's Festival of Disruption at the Ace Hotel. Then I paid $700 to take the course. I've led more prayers on stages. I know how to pray. This was a mantra specific to you. You never say it out loud. Because if you hear it back, it gives it meaning and thought, and oh, that's what that is. The only time I ever say this mantra is when I'm in meditation. That's all you do. There's more to it, and take the class. We wrote this Cannabis is Spiritual track. In this space, in the mystery, you find God. And we put all the different names of God because I think the thing that we find, it unites us all. The monk taught me about channeling. He channeled Tesla and he built this crazy device. Dennis McKenna said it won't be legal for long. I'll put the video at the end of this. He talked about it on Joe Rogan. I'm no idiot, guys. This guy holds a patent with Steve Jobs. They did a lot of this. They lived on the same street. Daisy said to me after going under the light, this undoes what the iPhone did. Two guys found the spirituality side of cannabis, the fun side of it, the scientific side of it. Steve became Steve, and Guy Harriman is his name. His parents are doctors. He died last year. When I met him, he says the same thing that the Christspiracy film ends with. Tag, you're it. Stephen Gray wrote the book Cannabis and Spirituality, invited me to his conference in Vancouver where I met the monk because he says he's drawn to places where he'll find alignment. I gave him $5,555 that day. I bought this light. Jeanette, Colette, Mark, they didn't get it. And then they went under it and they're like, okay. The light reflects back what you're willing to see. So I get Jeanette didn't get it as much. She couldn't even look at her reflection in a mirror without changing something. Mark and I started having phone calls at 10 o'clock at night. The monk was in Chiang Mai by this time. He built a healing center all around energy. I became a student. White papers, crystals, frequency, chords, audio. The monk mined Bitcoin before anybody I know. He's early on everything. He then built this red light device called the pirate light. He told me it's the yin and yang. I started sleeping with it. Then he built an eye mask, a nose plug. It's like a KitchenAid with all these attachments, but it's all red light, and it in your nose 5 minutes in the morning is better than a cup of coffee. I don't do either. I don't have anywhere to go or anything to do or anything to chase. He hadn't eaten sugar since 17. He was down to one meal a day, all liquid. I can't imagine drinking his, so I made mine based on ingredients I know that is all my body needs. He drinks it every day at 6 p.m., and his body is on this flow, rhythm. I go to the bathroom once a day. Most of the time right when I wake up, whenever I wake up. I don't rush to eat. I sit empty. I've fasted for 30 days. I've gone without food twice for 7 days at a time, doing a colon cleanse. I've always been thin because I come from a very obese family. And my dad died because of it. I've never had a huge attachment to food, especially meat. All my family, big meat eaters. If I can go without food for 30 days, I could, okay. I'm not completely there where he's at. He's gone now. But I'm understanding the body, the flow, the nutrients. I've been on a poor man's diet for a year. Not being able to buy the things that the body craves and replacing it with all the cheap foods. That's why we're sick. I was at Whole Foods last night and I was buying oat milk, and one company out of all of them said only 3 ingredients. And then I started looking at the back of all why should there be all these extra things? I've never drank a lot of water. Choose spiritual leader Sandra and the monk both told me to drink more water. But not like your mom, like from a deep spiritual place. My palate's been built on flavors, so it's, all the fake shit I grew up on. My dad ran vending machines, Burger King, Long John Silver's, the Sizzler he owned. I don't make this shit up. I grew up at Chick E. Cheese playing games. That's why I see life as a fun game. When he told me, tag, you're it, he gave me the technology. He said, I trust you. I tried to give him 10% back of the company. We raised some money, and I tried to explain this guy, but you couldn't, but the light could. And I sponsored the first psychedelic wellness event, the VIP area. Just put people under the light. It shows them what they need to see. There's this crazy white paper. I'm gonna put it on here. I didn't know what to call it, so I called out one of my favorite songs by Bon Iver, Chance, Justin, Kanye, Take Me to the Light. Just built the website, Take Me to the Light.com. And said I got this experience, and I put it with music, and it's been the wildest, funnest, life-changing, miraculous and he's the smartest guy I know, and he became a complete channel in his body and through his practices to receive. He's been one of my greatest teachers because he's provided tools that they blow your goddamn mind. They blast your heart open. They take you places. They heal you. Instead of a shake, I would just put it all together into an experience. And I've got a guy that wants to design it, and we'll eventually bring it to market. The guy was in no rush. That's why I went to Abbott Kinney on top of cannabis. I've sat with all the VCs. I've put everybody you could imagine under the light. I can see through the dark.
It was a 10-minute pass. It seems very relaxing. It seems, really in that way, very good. I didn't exactly have DMT-like hallucinations, and I don't know how much was supplied by the LED, which I guess was going through a bunch of color changes and all that.
No, it's purely white light. Nothing but
purely white light?
Purely white light, yeah.
What?
100% white light, yeah.
Good God.
It's all endogenous. It's the DMT in your pannion, that's endogenous, 100%.
Well, if that completely changes, because, oh my God.
Yeah, that's you. Yes. You're the God creating the colours.
Many colours, and yes, many colours coming in waves, purples, greens, not patterns so much. The patterns are very transient. It wasn't like, the chiaroscuro hallucinations that you get.
Mm.
It was, and the frequency, the flashing, that was the LED, right?
Yeah.
I can't believe that it was only white light. Man,
cool.
You're on to something here, Guy. I tell you.
And it's legal.
And it's legal. Well, it won't be for long. I would love to do it. I think that people would really enjoy this and probably be, I think as a relaxation tool, it's fantastic because I feel very much at peace and calm and I was wanting to go take a nap. I'm still going to go take a nap, but I don't need one as badly now. So,
well,
this is quite interesting. You developed this?
Yes, I did all. Well, it was a download, so I just followed what I was told. I got the whole thing in 3 hours.